Altar. In 1293, the choir and the high altar were consecrated under the patrocinium, the protection of the saints Peter, Paul, and probably Michael. The preserved brick-built altar table possibly dates back to the original building, from the end of the 13th century, and the late Gothic retable survived until at least 1668. At this point in time, Georg Banz, Hans Kunert, Hans Bubenik, and Heinrich Prescher created a new retable. In the bottom half of this, each standing between two turned columns with Corinthian capitals, are statues of the church patrons, St. Peter and St. Paul, with the key and the sword. The altarpiece with the resurrection of Christ is in between them. Hans Wilhelm Schober, the Dresden court painter, created it in 1675. There are two angels above the apostles, one is holding a cross, the other Moses' commandments. The upper altarpiece, also by Schober, shows the ascent into heaven. In the first half of the 19th century, the altarpieces were removed and replaced with two works by the genre painter Friedrich Moritz Müller from Munich, which were more in keeping with the tastes of the time. Schober's pictures were returned to their old position in the 1960s. The altar culminates in a figure of the Creator flanked by two putti, which are similar to cherubs. At the end of the 19th century, coloured glass from the stained glass workshop of the Royal Court of Saxony, showing portrayals of the church's patron saints, was put into the windows behind the altar. These created more favourable light than the windows we have here today, but they were removed in 1970 and have unfortunately disappeared.